Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I'm going to talk about a story that broke last night. Well, the crime happened last night. And man, this is sickening to even hear. But I mean, it's a reality that a lot of us go through out here, losing a loved one for absolutely nothing. This story is out of Brooklyn, New York. Shout out BK. You know what I'm saying? And it's about this young man right here. Well, he's not a young man. This guy's 37 years old. His name is Nazim Barry. May he rest in peace. He was a beloved member of the community where he was at. He worked in the corner store or bodega, if you, depending on where you at, you know, what you call him. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, was working behind the register when some bum-ass Pop Smoke looking dude came up in there and asked him to buy a Black & Mild cigar for him. He refused. They got into an argument. Got to acting a fool. He dusted my man off, evidently. Pop Smoke goes and gets a gun. Comes back, they start fighting again. Now they fighting over the gun. It spills out on the street corner. With them fighting and wrestling for over the gun gets turned and he gets shot in the back of the head. Nazim Barry, he's gone. All because a dude ain't got money to buy his own damn cigar. Take a look at this story. We're going to come back and do what we do.
Police are now looking for the gunman who shot and killed a worker at a bodega in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. This surveillance image of the suspect was released by police late this morning. CBS 2's Christina Fan reports the victim's family says it began with an argument over a cigar.
The deli has reopened, but the workers inside were too shaken to speak. The victim's mother tells us her son was shot and killed by a customer who refused to pay. Grieving customers laid down candles and flowers in front of a mean deli Tuesday morning, where 37-year-old bodega clerk Nazim Barry was fatally shot the day before. Neighbors unable to understand how the gunman could be so callous.
He was humble. He helped everybody out here. The kid worked in all these little stores just to make extra money. Didn't bother no one at all. This hit hard. This hit hard.
Barry's heartbroken mother, who rushed to the corner of Franklin Avenue and Lincoln Place Monday night, said her son's death was all over an unpaid cigar.
The guy asked him to buy him a Black & Mild, and he said no, and they started to argue.
Barry's mother wasn't here at the time, but says his co-workers told her the customer left and then returned with a gun.
When the guy went to draw the gun, Nazim seen it, and they had a tussle over it. And they said that they tussled, and you know, when you bend down and you're tussling, and the guy pointed the gun right to the side of his head, the back of his head, and shot him.
In this surveillance video, you can hear the sound of a single gunshot before someone is seen sprinting away from the scene.
I hope he gets apprehended, and I hope they throw the book at him.
You didn't have money for a cigar, but you had a gun?
Police say no arrests have been made. The United Bodegas of America is now offering a $10,000 reward for information that can lead to an arrest. In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.
That's the story about what happened to Nazim Barry, and may he rest in peace. And this type of stuff aggravates the shit out of me, man. Y'all already know that. That's why I do these videos. This guy shot a man because he refused to give him a free Black & Mild. Hey, man, let me get one of them Black & Milds for free. Hook me up. Bum shit. We all encountered this, and we lived in the black community. There's always somebody that want to live off somebody else. Damn. Nobody ever learns lessons in life. When you go through things, you learn from them. I'm sure this ain't the first time he was begging as a grown-ass man and somebody told him about himself. Can't never get out of our own way. Can't think outside of the box. Can't get out of our own heads. And that's the problem. If a person can't fix this, this can't get fixed. Can't fix this without fixing this. And the sickness that a lot of us have in the black community is this. Our mindset and how we think. This is stupidness. I'm going to show you something, and it's a bit graphic, but I got to keep it real. Look at the murder scene. You shot a man in the head over $1 cigar? How much they cost up there on the East Coast now? How much is a loose, all my East Coast people up there that watch me? How much is a loose black and mild? They used to be 75 cents or $1 when I was down there. That was like 15 years ago. How much are they now? You left this, licked this man's lifeblood out on the pavement. On the pavement over a cigar. Or over feeling disrespected when you disrespected yourself when you opened your fucking mouth. Too many grown men out here nowadays are like baby birds with their mouths open in the fucking nest, waiting for everybody and anybody to put something in it because they don't want to get out here and work and get it like everybody else. That man was at his job. That ain't even his store. That's not his product. He can't just give it away. Stupid mentalities. We are silly people sometimes. Mom come on the scene. Blood right there. Body probably under a sheet. She's seeing that. Never thought about that whole time. You wanted to get in a fight and mouth off with this dude. Then pull the trigger. Before you even applied that pressure to squeeze that trigger when you was locked into hand-to-hand combat with this guy from something that you started. You never thought about the impact of taking his life and those around him that loved him. Did you see the community, y'all? They was crying. One lady said, yo, can't afford a cigar, but you got a gun? Common sense. True wisdom spoken by a woman. Women always come with that wisdom. She said she ain't never lied. You ain't got money for a cigar, but you got a gun? Then he got his ass beat, ran, went and got a gun, then came back. Had to get the equalizer because he ain't had no fucking fight game. Clown ass dudes, man. Clown. Don't open your mouth if you ain't expected to receive what come with it. We see this a lot. This guy, 37 years old, working in a bodega, trying to figure out his next move, but enjoying himself all the same, treating people with respect. And this happens to him? Now watch this. Community pissed off. Watch this guy get caught in a week, probably less than that. When stuff like this happened, like remember they had that story, what was it, in Harlem? Where that little girl got lured online and that dude disrespected her and violated her? What happened? Caught his ass quick. This is going to be the same thing. When they show stories like this, where it affects a lot of people and people that are doing good, innocently get tore up and, it starts to build. You know what I'm saying? The momentum starts to build. A lot of people that are bad don't, here, give him to him. Here. Somebody tell on his ass. I wish I knew where he was. I'd tell his ass right now. He already showed he can't fight. All he can do is shoot. Just make sure the gun ain't with him. Bitch shit. Seriously, I got to take a swig. I'm hot. Come on, man. Come on. What are we doing? Nobody wants to go through it no more. You have fly ass clothes on. Obviously, your priorities is mixed up of when and where you put your money at. What's more important? Looking fly. Smoking is a luxury. It's not a necessity. I bet if you wanted some water or something, he'd have gave you some of that because it was a necessity. Man, this whole bum culture or thinking just because you're supposed to give to me is crazy. The entitlement, man, is like off the charts, man. What the hell? I don't even own the store. You want me to give you something? I had a client last year, well, a prospective client, right? I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick before I get out of here. I go to this guy's house. This guy see me on TV, call me to his house. I get to his house, right? This dude counting all this money on the table. He was in the illegal activities. I ain't going to say all what happened. This guy asked me to do some crazy stuff with his fish tank. I tell him, okay. Now I'm like this. Things cost what they cost. And I'm very expensive because I do high-end, top-notch work. I have wealthy clients. I'm not for everybody. He start telling me what he want. I start writing it down. I sit right next to this man like I'm his little brother. Write down everything. Start putting the costs up. He throws his hand on my hand, knocks the pen out my hand, everything. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You charging white folks prices. I said, what are white folks prices? I just said that to him. I said, things cost what they cost, man. Well, I'm saying we both black. You can't give me the black price? I said, the black price is not to do the job. If you want me to take money off, if that's the black price, I can't do that. Totally professional with him. You know, this guy threw me at his house. Then on top of that, when he threw me out his house and I was leaving, he started to argue and get real animated and more hyped up. All I was doing was walking to the car. Do you know when I got in my work van and took off, this guy pulled the gun on me? And he just pointed the gun like out in the street, like in a nice neighborhood. I'm like, yo, what can you do? There are some of us out here, man, that get angry because they look like us and they expect us to act a certain way and be a certain way with them, even though we don't know them from a hole in the ground. When you do business, a rapport comes over time. Respect is earned, and so is, it's really driven through being honorable. I was more than fair with him. And it wasn't even a lot that he wanted me to do, but you got a table full of money, because what he tried to accuse me was I saw the money on the table and I tried to cash it up because I thought he had money or something. Like I was trying to be slick with him. That's crazy. Man, we got a sickening mentality out here, some of us. This should have never happened. That man's blood should not be on the street. People shouldn't be crying over a person that made them smile and had an impact on them, whether he was family or not. And this guy shouldn't be wanted by police for being a bitch ass. His mom spoke well, man. And I mean, for her sake, man, I hope they find this dude. Because a lot of innocent people pay the price as if they was the ones that took the bullet. Because when somebody dies, part of you goes, part of them is snatched from you. So you die too, in a way. This guy didn't care nothing about that. You think he's sorrowful that he pulled the trigger on that guy? Nah, because he's still licking his wounds of having his hickeys all over his face and tricking himself into thinking he did the right thing because the guy fucked him up. Disgusting. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.